When I was a kid, I would play the living crap out of Yoshi's Story all the freaking time. And it's really weird because out of all the Yoshi games, it seems like Yoshi's Story is the most underappreciated, unfortunately.
Yoshi's Story for the Nintendo 64 is pure trash. E.T. for the Atari 2600 is a million times better than that stupid video game, Mr. Wii.
What, Pikachu? You think that E.T. for the Atari 2600 is much better than Yoshi's Story? Get the frick out of here! You don't know anything about quality gaming. This is your punishment for that stupid comment of yours. I lost 1,000 brain cells because of your stupidity. Get out of there, you! Yeah! Let's start the review. Enjoy the review.
Ready for a tongue lashing? Yoshi's loose with juicier levels, tastier moves, and dripping with attitude. Yoshi's Story, for the first time on N64.
I think you're getting the hang of it.
Man, when I was a kid, I would play Yoshi's Story so much, honestly. The levels were just truly amazing in that video game. And not only that, the story was kinda cute and entertaining to a certain degree. Anyhow, for this mystery review here today, I can't wait to— Holy shit, it's Yoshi! In my very own apartment! Hey Yoshi, what's up? I've never actually seen a real-life Yoshi before, so I really don't know what to say. Hi, welcome to my video game review, where I review video games. Anyhow, look everyone, it's Yoshi! Freaking Yoshi is in my video game review! Holy crap! So anyhow, Yoshi's Story for the Nintendo 64. This video game came out back in the year of 1998, and this video game is a sequel video game to Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo. Most critics feel that Super Mario World 2 was a better game because the video game had more levels than Yoshi's Story. But I have to say that Yoshi's Story is a pretty fun game. I do agree that you can beat this game in under an hour, and Super Mario World 2 offers more in terms of content, but Yoshi's Story, I feel, is an average video game. Not a great video game, but it was enough to keep me entertained as a kid, because when I was a kid, I didn't play Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. I didn't grow up with the Super Nintendo, so my first Yoshi game, surprisingly, was Yoshi's Story. Anyhow, what are my thoughts about Yoshi's Story in this video game review here today? And with my guest, Yoshi himself, we will make an epic review as friends. It's Yoshi! It's freaking Yoshi! Ah! Let's start this review now, shall we? Yoshi's Story for the Nintendo 64. This video game came out back in 1998. Yoshi's Story revolves around Baby Bowser getting the Super Happy Tree and causing chaos and misfortune on Yoshi's Island. The Yoshis must get the Super Happy Tree back from Baby Bowser and bring it back to Yoshi's Island once and for all. Now, Yoshi's Story has 6 pages or 6 chapters. In the beginning of this video game, you have 4 levels to choose from, although when you first start out, you have 1 level on each page. To get more levels in Yoshi's Story and to play them in the free-to-play mode, you have to collect hearts on each level. There are 3 hearts in each of the levels, and by collecting the hearts, that is what will let you uncover more of the levels in Yoshi's Story. And regarding the levels, they're designed very well. Some have jungle themes, tropical themes, snow themes, and castle themes. games. Yoshi's Story, while not a 3D video game, this video game was a 2D side-scroller. Most of the levels in this video game are well designed in my opinion. In Yoshi's Story, you have to eat the fruit to make it through the levels, which I feel is a really cool concept. The only criticism I have with Yoshi's Story is that the game I feel is short. I feel you can beat this video game in a little over an hour, but by unlocking the other levels in this video game, it does add a certain level of replayability to this video game. All in all, Yoshi's Story is a very fun video game. Man, Yoshi's Story is such a fun video game. There's nothing that'll interrupt me now. What the frick, Pikachu? You interrupted me! What do you want?
I just farted in your fucking face, Mr. Wii. Now fucking smell it, bastard.
Oh, not this crap again. Frickin' annoying me as usual. Well, I've tried every trick in the book whenever you've annoyed me, but now I am going to use my illustrious finger poke of doom technique. You've literally pushed me so far this time, Pikachu, that you are going to get flamed. And flamed hard, my friend. Finger poke of doom. Finger poke of doom you shall receive. I got a flaming finger right here. Don't mess with my flaming finger, y'all. I mean business. Yoshi's Story was originally titled Yoshi's Island 64, and it was intended to be released on the Nintendo 64 disk drive. But the disk drive never saw the light of day, and it was a failed project on the part of Nintendo. The first promotional clip was revealed at the Shoshinskai event in November of 1996. Shigeru Miyamoto commented that the 2D format was necessary to create the artistic style of graphics the development team wanted. Nintendo referred to the video game as 2.5D. The game was changed to Yoshi's Story in August of 1997. The game came out in Japan on December 21st, 1997, and then was released in North America on March 10th, 1998. Hey, 8 days before my 3rd birthday, how funny. Unfortunately, Yoshi's Story didn't do that well in terms of most review scores. Game Rankings gave Yoshi's Story a 60% score, and GameSpot gave the game a low score of a 5.3 out of 10. GameSpot commented that the game was designed so that younger players could play through quickly and feel a sense of accomplishment. All in all, Yoshi's Story wasn't a bad video game by any means, but nothing groundbreaking in terms of its predecessors like Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo. Man! Me and my best friend Yoshi are having a blast right now! Me and him are playing games and having fun like no other! And I don't get to hang out with that piece of shit Pikachu ever again! Me and my new best friend Yoshi are gonna tear it up while we can! Me and Yoshi are having a blast! Me and Yoshi are having fun, yeah! Okay, let's talk about the gameplay of Yoshi's Story now, shall we? Yoshi's Story for the Nintendo 64 is a 2D side-scrolling video game. This video game has a total of 24 levels, with 4 levels in each page. The level design of most of the levels in Yoshi's Story is very good. There are some cool and interesting enemies in each of the levels. Now the goal in each of the levels is to eat each and every one of the fruits. There are apples, melons, and grapes. If you lose all your flowers, you lose a Yoshi, and you have a total of 6 Yoshis, each having different colors. Lose any of the Yoshis and your game is over. Yoshi's Story gameplay is pretty enjoyable. The platforming is very good in this this video game, and the game can get a little challenging at times, but all in all, the game is pretty easy. At the end of the third page, you fight a boss, and the bosses in my opinion were a cakewalk. Even Baby Bowser was easier since you could get infinite health using a super happy tree. I feel that the game does have a certain level of replayability because trying to unlock the levels in the free-to-play mode really added more fun to this video game. Like I said before, by collecting the heart pieces, that is what unlocks more of the levels in Yoshi's Story. All in all, Yoshi's Story is a fun and enjoyable video game, but I do agree that this video game is pretty easy and does hinder the experience slightly in my opinion. But besides that, Yoshi's Story gave me a solid experience as a kid, and it's definitely a video game I would replay as an adult today. So what are my final thoughts about Yoshi's Story for Nintendo 64? Wow, when I was really young, when I was a kid, I would play Yoshi's Story all the time. And this is a very fun game I played. I remember just playing it on weekends or early in the morning before school when I was young. And it really gave me a fun experience when I was a kid, and I actually owned the game on the Wii U Virtual Console as well. Now, is Yoshi's Story a bad video game? No, I don't think it is, because whenever I play this video game, the 2D side-scrolling levels are really fun in this video game. And yes, the game is pretty easy, but Yoshi's Story did give me a fun and enjoyable experience. Trying to eat all the fruits was definitely a fun aspect to the video game, and like I have stated a couple of times in this review already, getting the hearts really added a certain level of replayability to this video game, because trying to get all the levels in the free-to-play mode is really cool too, and this video game has 24 levels, and in my opinion they are larger levels compared to Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. All in all, do I recommend playing Yoshi's Story? Yes, I do, but games like Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island and Yoshi's Woolly World I feel are better experiences than Yoshi's Story. But Yoshi's Story is a pretty cheap game on Amazon, and it's pretty cheap on the Wii U Virtual Console, being only $10. So Yoshi's Story, I am going to give a 7 out of 10. I feel that video game is well deserving of that score. Anyhow, thank you so much guys for watching this video game review, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.